Thank you so much for still joining with us right here at the C Morning Show as we celebrate our second anniversary. So a lot of discussion that is very insightful today. Now, I want also to let you know that Southeast Asia is home to a large population eager to embrace new technologies. It offers a huge opportunities for startups to thrive and create solutions for the society.
Yes, and today we'll discuss startup development in the region with two inspiring young entrepreneurs, Bagus Shalendra from Chicken Executive Officer, and Yoga Anindito from Semaai co-founder. Good morning,
Hi. Hi, Mas Tebe and Mas Yoga. Thank you so much for being here. With the chickens, by the way. Yep. Let us introduce our chickens.
Very mute chickens. Well, yes, so we just want to start with, first thing first. Oh, can you tell us exactly what Chicken and Semaai is for a startup? We'll start with Tebe.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time. My name is Tebe. I'm the Chicken Executive Officer from Chicken. Yeah, basically we're providing full-stack farm management. We give financing to poultry farmers in terms of inputs like seed, vitamin, or feed, as well as selling their output directly to the B2B customers. We also provide IoT devices to help farmers, to help them to increase their productivity as well as the yield of the chicken producing model. Yeah.
That's nice.
And what about you, Mas Yoga?
Semaai is basically aiming to become the first full-stack agri solution for the upstream agri sector in Indonesia. Basically, we are dealing directly with the upstream, very upstream, like the farmers and the aggregators in the agri sector. We started out by doing building a B2B marketplace for agri inputs. Later on, we are building also a B2B marketplace for output.
Right, and of course we have to agree that Indonesia has a very high potential in agriculture and also farming. And so let's go to chicken first, to Mas Tebe. Let us take you back to the Bay Women Startup Day last September. You got the chance to address food security issues to our president, who happened to stop by your place, Chicken. Of course, other than excitement, how had it been in that day?
Yeah, we'll be very happy that Mr. President visited our booth, and we were selected as one of the startups that got visited by Mr. President at the time. And we spoke to Mr. President that food security is one of the major focus in our country right now. Because agricultural sector should be rise by this year. In the midst of crisis like this, food security should be focuses for every tech players, because we are lacking for the innovations in this sector, as well as startups already dominated by several players like fintech, retail business, but they're still lacking innovation for the agri. So Mr. President really interested with our business model, and he's very looking for other tech players in agri space.
And of course, the overall population of Indonesia, the local communities are big in agriculture, so you're doing their help, especially enhancing technology too.
Yes, and I think not just that, because you just mentioned that your aim is to increase productivity. We've especially when you're focused on the chickens. We love our chickens. We don't want to go in chicken crisis like a couple of other countries, not to mention.
Correct.
But moving on, we'll get back to you, Mas Tebe. But moving on to Mas Yoga. So we've spoken to you on the daily wrap-up, I think, before. And now that it's like the 1-year anniversary, I think we're going to get a new perspective. So Semaai has also raised $1.3 million in pre-seed funding, led by I think BNext Sequoia Capital as well. And that's the India Search, Sequoia Capital India Search, sorry. And following the investment, Semaai seeks to expand its network to delivery centers and aiming to engage 100,000 smallholders as well as toko tani by next year. So could you share with us about that plan, as well as another perhaps program that you're currently focusing on?
Well, obviously we've grown a lot since then. Our business model has proven that there's a lot to be done in the market, and there's a lot of opportunities also. We have thousands more of toko tanis and local retailers, and also farmer groups than we used to have when we talked. The last time we talked. So yeah, its market is really good, and there's a lot to be done, as I mentioned before. And you know, people might say that this is winter, you know, funding is going to be difficult, blah blah blah. But then again, we are in a very good position in terms of, you know, financially, and also you know, our forces on the field. I think, yeah, the sector is growing, and we are looking forward to be a part of that.
So have you, what's the 1-year anniversary? What's the milestone that you think you're most proudest of?
Well, I think it's safe to say that we have 99% PMF right now, product market fit. So we're looking forward to grow. And there are a lot of you know, investors looking forward to back us also. So I think that is the most important milestone for us.
Of course, and in just 1 year milestone, can you believe that?
I know.
365 days.
So in terms of number, I think it doesn't say much, but yeah, we are working hard towards our unit economics. I think that's what matters in this day and age, right? In this you know, economic situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we are.
Thank you for being, you know, being a part of that, right? To enhancing economic issues. What about chicken? How long have you been now?
We've been 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, but we've been cultivating chicken since 7 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Because we were poultry farmers, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's where it began, the story began. But now, talking about chicken, it had impacted thousands of farmers and acquired more than 150 farm locations with more than 2.6 million chickens population capacity. So we have a lot of chickens. Thank God.
Thank God.
All right, it has also been trusted by at least 200 clients of yours, including some leading F&B brands, food carrying, and also food processors. What are your thoughts of expanding the business abroad now?
Yeah, for now, I think we're looking for growing in Java Island first, yeah. In the past 1 year, we're growing 50x, so it's surprisingly for me and team, because, you know, everyone eats chickens, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's our main protein, by the way.
Yeah. So we're looking to expand, not expanding to other islands at this time, but we are focused on Central Java. And by end of this year, we are looking for expanding to West Java. Yeah. And, you know, we are targeting to hit 6 million chickens monthly production. And yeah, we just we're aiming to help more poultry farmers in Central Java, as well as increase the wallet share of each customer that we have.
Right. Are there any challenges in the ground itself, though, now that has been, you know, a couple of years you're in the industry itself?
Basically, our fundamentals and main focus are using a financing model, yeah, in terms of giving the inputs to farmers and selling their outputs, yeah. We are playing financing business, so that's why the challenge that we face is how we make the inclusivity in terms of the financing to the farmers. Yeah, because farmers as a borrowers needs to be bankable. Yeah, so we are doing KYC process as well as doing credit scoring for every farmers that we have in an ecosystem. Yeah. So that's the challenge that we face.
Of course, maybe usually they're doing it very conventional way. Now they have to adapt to this new venture itself. Correct. And, you know, speaking about that, one of the priorities in G20 presidencies is to drive digital economy. Hence, that's why by optimizing the technology that you've just spoken about. So what's your take on this, Mas Tebe and also Mas Yoga? You're already putting yourself in this and then your capital to the society. And what's your take on this? Mas Yoga first.
Well, I think it's Indonesia is well positioned to be you know, digital economy player, especially in the region. Yeah, I think we're in a lot of ways in the lead. I think digital economy will play a huge role in the in our future economy because of, as I mentioned before, we have high level of mobile penetration in you know, in every area in Indonesia, which is you know, credited government, of course, right? So yeah, and it is also very important for the government to prioritize on supporting us, you know, so that we can. There are a lot of startups like us, I'm sure. So that's why I think it's very important for the government to support us and then to help us even increase the livelihood of digital economy and the livelihood of rural economy in general. So,
well,
yeah. Same like Mrs. Yoga mentioned. We're very happy that our government already focused on digital sector, in terms of the infrastructure or accessibility. So we are looking for another collaboration between government, private sector, as well as to the community, because we can bridge the gap, we can eliminate the gap between the rural sector through the opportunity outside there as well.
Yeah. Well, of course, Kai and myself would like to thank you to Mas Yoga and Mas Tebe. You guys are these young leaders. You're using your knowledge and your capital also to help the local communities also, and especially adapting to this new technology era for the people in the rural areas especially. So not only they only know about, those e-commerce or social media platforms that we use almost every day, but there's also an influential thing that's going to be useful for their daily lives also. So thank you to Semaai and Chicken.
Yes,
congrats
thank
to
you
you
so
both.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.